Hello to my dear friends, how are you? I'm sitting in the car, I'm going live, I'm going to try it. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but I've been wanting to go live. I definitely can't do it in the house because the internet is not so good in there. So I guess if somebody hops on and I don't get any kind of notification across the screen, I got one a while ago when I tried to go live. And so I was underneath the carport, pulled out, came over here. But I want to tell you a couple of things. One of them is kind of gross. Mallory Stone, hi there. Thanks for hopping on with me. I just got out of church. It's 9:36 p.m. Central Time in Texas, where I'm currently at. And I've been dying to talk to you guys. Krista and family, hi there. How are you? Now, Krista and family, tell me who you are. I'm not sure who Krista and family is. So, since I'm live, anybody that hops on, make sure that I know who you are, because I'm seeing all kinds of new people in the comments. I am so excited. I am not answering all of your comments, and I'm sorry. I'm reading them, but I'm not getting them answered. I'm having trouble with the internet connection. Sometimes even when I go upstairs, I have a little bit of connection. And so it's a matter of being upstairs at the right time to be able to answer. Rachel Horvat, hey there, how are you? Hello, how are you? This is Rachel. I'm doing well, and just got out of church, but there are two things. I have to tell you this really funny story. So Mom and I go yesterday to eat Chinese at a Chinese restaurant that Mom and Dad have been eating at for years, and I've been there several times, and apparently I usually just drink water when I go. So yesterday we went for lunch and I hadn't had any coffee, so I asked for coffee, and the waitress said, it's instant coffee, is that okay? And I said, sure, that'll be fine. So she brings me, hang on. She brings me a thing of instant coffee, sits it down on the table, and brings me a container of powdered creamer, sits it on the table, brings me a cup of hot water, and ta-da, I can make my own coffee. It was the most hilarious thing. Mom did not think it was funny at all, but I thought it was hysterical. And I said, well, at least I get to make my coffee the way I want it to. You know, I can put as much coffee as I want in there, make it as strong as I want to. But it was really weird. I've never had anybody just bring me everything I needed to make my coffee with. It was hysterical. Rachel Horvat, how is Miss Mikey? Mikey is doing well. She's doing really well since I've left the house. Whenever Deb is there, Deb will call and we talk on the phone. We video chatted the other day. I think you saw that. If you guys have Instagram and you go find Tamera Weeks on Instagram, I'm trying to post a few pictures here and there. I'm really holding back to not post every cat picture that I have taken, because I've taken so many cat pictures, and I'm trying really hard not to just flood my Instagram with cat pictures, because I want to show you every cute picture that I've taken of cats since I got here. I wish that I would have taken a picture of this coffee thing. So anyway, so we get out into the car and we're still laughing about this. No, Mom's not laughing. I'm laughing about this instant coffee. And Mom says, well, I just don't know that the health department would think that that was an okay thing to do. She said, I'm not sure that that's very sanitary, because, you know, everybody's dipping their spoon into the coffee thing. I said, you know, I didn't even think about that. I stopped myself at one point. She brought me a new spoon when she brought me, oh, wait, there's another part of the story because it's part of that story. So hang on, let me back up. So I get about halfway down my cup of coffee, and the girl comes by, and she feels like there's a bug on my head. And she asked me, she said, would you like to have some more coffee? And I said, yes, please. She takes my cup away, and I said to Mom, how much do you want to bet she adds hot water to that cup of coffee and brings it right back to me? Now remember, this is instant coffee and powdered creamer, and it's cold, and she's just going to add some hot water in there and expect me to doctor this up with the stuff that's on the table, right? Well, what do you think she did? She comes back, sure enough, same cup, she's filled it up with some water. And I said, would it be okay if I get another cup with some hot water? She said, sure. So she leaves and she comes back and she said, it's going to be a little while. There's no hot water. So I'm not even positive that that was hot water that she brought back in the cup that had the cold coffee in it. So anyway, it was just hilarious. Now, sometimes I get really bent out of shape about service because if I don't get impeccable service, whether it's at a restaurant or somewhere else, you know, I can get kind of bent out of shape about it. I don't make a scene about it, but inside I'm kind of having a scene going on inside of my head. But it just didn't bother me at all. I just thought it was hilarious. So we get in the car and Mom says something about not knowing if this was sanitary and about not knowing how many people put their spoon in there. And I said, yeah. I said, when she brought me that new spoon, I instead of putting it on the table, there was no place to put it except the table, and it just feels kind of dirty in that restaurant to me. So I put the cup in the old coffee cup, and then I grabbed that spoon and almost dipped it into that coffee to put into my second cup of hot water, and I caught myself because it had been in the other cup with the coffee and stuff. It would have had my germs on it, so I caught myself. So I didn't even think about other people doing that. But, you know, I'm not dead. It didn't make me sick or anything. I'm sure that it's all fine. Just all the possibilities and things that you say. Okay, let's see. Rachel Horvat, does Miss Mikey still wear ankle foot orthotics? Oh, yeah. Mike is always going to wear those. That's like a permanent thing for her. And, oh, and I went to the store to get me my own instant coffee. Mom doesn't drink coffee. She doesn't like coffee. She doesn't like the smell of coffee. So I bought these little instant, they're these little skinny packets of instant. I didn't even know if it would taste okay. And I bought them just so I could have some coffee here, and it was 6 of these things. And you know, it didn't taste too bad. I bought this creamer that's got 50 calories in a tablespoon, which is a lot of calories for a tablespoon, but it doesn't have to be refrigerated. And there's room in the refrigerator. Mom wouldn't care. I could have just bought some regular, but I thought, well, you know, I'm just going to keep all the coffee stuff out of Mom's way. And so Mom, you know, has told me that it's okay and don't worry. I'm not sure if it's bothering her and she's just being nice to me. I don't know, but she says that it's okay. So it tasted pretty good, so I bought me a whole thing, and I'll just leave it here. I won't even be taking it home. So while I was there, I bought a Clover Valley Cafe brand of coffee. I'm not sure it's a good idea to drink this at 9:43 at night, but I cannot go to sleep at night, and then I can't wake up in the morning. By the time I get up in the morning, Mom has already done a half a day's work, a full day's work by the time I get up. And this morning she wanted me to do something, and she later on, by the time I got up, she said, and get downstairs, she said, well, I was gonna have you help me with something, but you were sleeping, and I don't remember what it was, but she did it herself, I think, or she's gonna put it off for another day. I don't remember what it was. But by the time I finally get up, it's way too late. So I'm pretty sure that I'm a little bit annoying because I'm not getting downstairs. Sometimes I'm waking up, but I'm not waking up. So, you know, I'm not getting dressed and going downstairs. You know, I'm just trying to wake up. Or I wake up and go back to sleep and wake up and go back to sleep. Rachel Horvat, I love coffee from Starbucks. I do too. This was cheaper. In the Dollar General store, which is where I got that coffee, they had Starbucks exact same price as any other store. It was 2 for $5, you know, the ones that look like this. I don't drink too many of these because they have way too much sugar. 35 grams of total sugar in this. That's like drinking a Coke. And it's got 15 milligrams of cholesterol, and I have high cholesterol, and I have to take cholesterol medicine as of last October when I donated my kidney. As of that time, there was no question about it. I had to start taking cholesterol medicine. So I take 10 milligrams of something. 5 milligrams, 10, I think it's 10 milligrams of something that I take. So I've started taking it every other day because I've just been a little stubborn. I'm going to see if that'll work and keep my cholesterol down. Joshua Brown. I don't recognize your name. You're somebody new. Hi, Tam. Been trying to figure out how to get hold of you for a while now. My name is Joshua Brown. I have cerebral palsy, and I'm about to have hernia surgery, so pray for me. Okay, hernia surgery sounds like a really big deal. It's very nice to meet you, and I am sorry you didn't know how to get a hold of me. My email address, I'm going to have to go through. I don't have my computer with me. I promise when I get home. Like, I'm all over this YouTube stuff, and I'm limited with my phone. And I've been dropping the ball all over the place, and you already know that, but I do have plans when I get back home. I feel like my brain has rested some. Under my videos is supposed to be my email address, which is videoblog@TameraWeeks.com. And I will put that underneath this video when we're done. So it's TameraWeeks at videoblog@TameraWeeks.com. Videoblog@TameraWeeks.com. Also, you can reach me on the email part of Facebook. Let's see, my regular Facebook page, you can follow me without actually being a friend with me, because I don't friend everybody, but you can follow me and I can see anything that you post on my page, and you can see anything that I post on my page. Like, there won't be anything private from you. And then I have a Tam's Daily Vlog on Facebook, and that's where you can actually send me an email on there. And so if you go on there, you can reach me that way. So I hope that helps you. And I'm very glad to meet you, Joshua, and I will pray for you. Rachel Horvat says, Dollar General is one of my favorite stores. You know, I really should stop, or should shop there more. There isn't one in my line of traffic. You know, I kind of just stop off at the places where I'm already going, you know, go to the gas station, it's right here on my way to here, and, you know, go to Walmart, it's on my way to here. And I've watched a lot, not recently, but I've watched a lot of videos about the dollar store, the Dollar Tree and stuff. Now, the Dollar General is just general lower prices. Not everything in the store is $1. You have to go to the Dollar Tree. I forget. There's one of them where everything is $1. There is a store called Everything's $1, and literally everything in the store is $1. But I went and bought all the graduation stuff for Reagan at the Dollar Tree, or Everything is $1. Anyway, everything in there is $1. So I'm going to have to start shopping in there more. And Rachel Horvat says, I love Miss Mikey, and Miss Mikey loves you. And I am going to roll out something when I get home. It's called Patreon. You may have heard of that before. You can go over there and see patreon.com. I have started a page like a year and a half ago. I started one, but I didn't finish it. One of the things, what it is that you support me monetarily. So you would support me monthly with money, like $1, $3, $5. You know, there are these different tiers. And then however much you support, you get something in return. Well, one of the things I'm going to put on there, and I'll need your feedback when I go live with this, and I'll make a video, and I want your feedback, because the reason I'm doing it is for you. I want to be able to give you more, and then you can help me give you more by using this entire platform. But one of the things that I want to do is, a lot of you want to talk directly to Micah. Do you know that is Micah's favorite thing? Micah doesn't really care about me reading comments to her, but she does love it if she can see your face. Because I've done a few different calls with people, and Micah gets so excited about seeing your face. So I'm going to make one of the things where it's like a 15-minute spot with Micah. Micah lasts between maybe 5 to 10 minutes. I don't know that she'd really last a whole 15 minutes, but I would be on there too. But I'm going to do that so that you guys can actually have a conversation with Micah and interact with her, and She will make you so happy, and you will make her so happy and make her day. And we'll just have to figure out the time frame thing, because we're in the States. A lot of you guys are in the UK, you're in Canada, you're in different time zones in the States, so we'll have to see how that goes. And then I have another story that I'm going to tell you too. Rachel Horvat, you are right, it is Dollar Tree. Okay, the Dollar Tree is the one that has everything's a dollar. Okay, I have to tell you this story, and I'm going to put a picture over on my Instagram. We've been trying to kill these rats that are out in like the sunroom, or I call it the sunroom. I think Mom calls it the patio. It's the room that was built on the back of the house. And I could hear these things. I mean, they sounded so big in there. It was like, you know, maybe there was a raccoon in there or something. You know, they sounded so big. You know, thump, 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 thump. And even the dog would hear it. And sometimes, well, every night, I take the dogs out. I take a couple of them out. I take them out pretty late at night, and I'll usually walk outside with them. And you could hear these rats outside, but they were inside, and they go thump, 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 thump. I'm like, man, what is that? So I told Mom about it. She said, yeah, those are mice. And I'm like, man, those are awfully powerful mice. They sound a lot bigger than mice. Well, then one night, up on the rafters up there, this big long thing. Okay, the body was about like this, and then you add the tail on there, and it was about like this. It was, I would say, a good solid 10 inches long, and those things are so gross, and it was big. Ugh, it was terrible. So we've been putting out for a month. We've been putting out mice food. Well, then two of the little cats got out. They stayed out in the sunroom, and I had put this rat food out. So I had to go around and I just fixed the rat food and put it underneath things where the cats weren't going to get to it. Well, it didn't seem like anything was really happening. Well, this is what happened. The cats stayed out there for a few days because we couldn't get them to come back in. And all of a sudden it got really quiet, and we're like, oh man, good for us. All that mice food we put out there, they all ate it and they all died. And then we thought, you know, cats have been out there like for 3 days, and we're wondering, what in the world are these cats eating out there? And Mom said, well, you know, maybe those mice had little babies. You know, they seem awfully young to be, it's another story, but they had been taught by a bigger cat here when they were outside to catch mice, and she had seen them on mice patrol and catching these little mice. But, you know, these guys were like this, and she thought these were too big for the cats to get. But if they'd had babies, you know, these young cats were big enough to catch these little guys. Well, then once we saw one this big, then we knew that it was no longer mice, but we were dealing with a rat, because mice don't get this long. So finally the cats come back inside, and then what do you think we heard? Thump, 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 thump. And they are super noisy, those little guys are. They're loud little rascals. Well, then we started putting out this chunky stuff. When we started putting out the chunky stuff, then all of a sudden, a couple of days ago, I walk outside. I made a short little video. I'm not sure how bad I look in this video. My hair was super messed up. I had just gotten out of bed. I'm wearing my dad's red robe in this video. But I walk outside in the sunroom, and there are 2 dead rats laying on the floor. Well, then a little bit later, Ren, one of the dogs, he's about to walk into the house, and he's standing there at the door, and he's waiting on the door to open. And I'm just about to open the door, and I'm like, oh no, he's got a mouse. I mean, he's got a rat, and it's hanging out of his mouth. So, so Mom went outside, and she manages to get the rat out of his mouth. Then this morning, she found 3 more rats out in the yard. And then I checked the other side of the yard and didn't find any. But then the other thing that happened was the little miniature Doberman Pinscher, Goober, I call him Goober Goob, he ate the head of a mouse. And then Ren, the same one that had the big rat, I didn't mean mouse, a rat, the big rat hanging out his mouth. He ate half of the body that was left. So we are hoping, so I put more food out today for these rats and hoping that they are all gone now. But that is a lot of rats. But what's really funny is when the cats were out there, they got super, super quiet, and we thought they'd all died and ran away somewhere. And they were just staying away from the cats. Okay, let's see if you had something else to say. Okay, Rachel Horvat, you are a good mommy to Miss Mikey. I would love to talk to Mikey. Well, thank you very much for saying I'm a good mommy. I appreciate that very much. Joshua Brown, well, thank you for talking to me. I've actually been watching you for years now. Thank you, Joshua J. Brown. I hope Micah is doing well. You've been watching me for years, huh? And you didn't know how to get a hold of me? Well, I am very, very sorry. That is totally my fault. And now you know how to reach me. I am thrilled that I could go live and that this works. So now that I know that this should work, this is so much more fun to me to be live with you than it is to just make a video. There's just so much more energy in going live. Okay, now next Wednesday, I'm going to tell you one more thing. Next Wednesday, the 29th of August, number one, it is Kendall's 25th birthday. He is our first son. He's baby number 3. And I am going to Grapevine, Texas to go to a YouTube conference called VidPal. And I am super excited. I've never even really wanted to go to a YouTube conference before. I mean, I was kind of interested in them, but not like, oh, I just have to go do that. But this particular one looks like it will be really good, and it's totally worth it just to go meet Evan Carmichael and Tim Smoyer and Daryl Eves, and there are only going to be 500 attendees, so it will be really easy to get up close to the speakers. Most of the speakers I don't know. I think there are like 40 different speakers, and I counted 14 that I actually am familiar with. It doesn't necessarily mean I consume all their stuff, but when it comes to Daryl Eves, Tim Smoyer, and Evan Carmichael, I consume a lot of their stuff, and especially Evan Carmichael. So I cannot wait to go meet them and get a selfie. So I'm going to put selfies onto Instagram. So go over there and follow me on Instagram if you have Instagram, and you'll be able to see some pictures. I don't really know what to do with Tam's Daily Vlog. If anybody has any ideas on Tam's Daily Vlog, that would be really nice. All I do is just take my video that I posted on my personal page, and then I post it on Tam's Daily Vlog. I don't do anything with that page. I'm not really inspired to do anything with that page, but it seems really redundant because most of the people, I think, that follow Tam's Daily Vlog also follow my personal page. I don't know that for sure, but I do know that there's a lot of overlap there. You actually get more from me if you are following me on my personal page, but if you follow the Tam's Daily Vlog, that's where you can email me. There's not an email spot on my personal Facebook page. So anyway, I don't know how valuable the Tam's Daily Vlog is, except that it does give you a way to find me. Okay, Les Horvat says, I've been watching you for a while now. I just turned 24 on August 17th. Oh, well, happy birthday. 24 years old. And then Kendall, so you're a year younger than Kendall is. You are a year and about 2 weeks younger than Kendall. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, well, we've been on here about 24 minutes now. I just wanted to tell you that story about that instant coffee. That was just too funny. I wish I would have taken a picture of it. I had my camera right there on the phone, right there on the table, and I didn't think until we walked out of the thing. Brittany's people, when are you going to make the update on what's in Micah's backpack? You know, I couldn't remember who asked me about that. I asked you I asked you on one of your other live streams. Somebody else has asked me more than once about that backpack video, but I'm still in Texas, So keep asking me until I get it done. And I'm going to write down some of the things that the videos that I'm going to do. And I have a different way of keeping track with stuff now. So I'm hoping that it's a better way to keep track of it. And I'll write that down when I get done here. And Dan Denninger says, well, does Kendall have a boyfriend? Oh, Kendall, my son, is a girl. And that is a girl or a guy's name. I've done that with all my kids. I don't know how I did it, but they've all got interchangeable names. Micah could be a girl and a boy. Lauren, girl or boy. Kendall, girl or boy. Christian, girl or boy. Reagan, girl or boy. Bronson. Now, Bronson is pretty much male. I don't know that I've ever heard of a male being Bronson. But no, he does not have a girlfriend, not at this point. Rachel Horvat says, thank you, and blew me a kiss, thank you. And I forgot, let's see, what were we talking about? Oh, you're welcome, yes, about your birthday and stuff. And Tiffany K, I didn't notice earlier, sorry about that. What did you not notice? I didn't notice earlier, sorry about that. You might be talking about maybe that I went live on here. Don't worry about that. It is so late at night. I didn't even know if anybody hop on this live stream because it is so late at night. But Micah seems to be well. Everybody home seems to be doing well. When Lauren got married at the end of June, and when I get home, I'm going to help her organize her apartment, and I cannot wait to get home to do that, and she can't wait for me to get home to do that. So that is just super exciting that she wants my help as her mother. So I'm real happy about that. And I think those are all the stories that I had. I just want to tell you about that instant coffee thing and tell you about whatever. Oh, tell you about those rats. So I'm gonna put a rat a rat picture over on my Instagram. It's really gross, but you just have to see the dead rat. It's just kind of cool. It's kind of cool and kind of gross all at the same time. Tiffany K, that you were on. Yep, that I'm on live. No problem at all. No problem at all. Well, I hope you guys have a good night. I really appreciate you guys getting on here. I just think you guys are amazing that you want to get on here and talk to me and be with me, and I love being with you. And this works great. I'm in the car, I'm sitting outside the house, and I was able to get through the whole live thing with no problem. So now that I know I can do this, I will do it again because I've been wanting to. So I'll be live with you again, and I'll do a little bit of video and take some pictures and put them on Instagram next week. But I'll be talking to you a lot between now and when I go to Grapevine for the conference. But you guys have a great night. I will look to the hills from whence cometh my help, for my help cometh from the Lord who made the heaven and the earth, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.